Welcome back. We're doing the rounds before we have to leave Grancel to head off to Bose. The temple at Bose. I'm hearing that there was a battle over near the harbour. That's just crazy. Oh, there was. Yesterday I heard someone arguing around here. Though given the hour, it might have just been a couple of drunks fighting. After that incident with Captain Amalthea and everything, feels pretty dangerous here in the West Block. Maybe I should move to the South Block. I'd rather be in the North Block, but that's premium real estate, being so close to the castle and all. The rent is crazy there. Yes, I guess it would be. Also, the place should have been sold. House for sale, zone for... I thought it had been bought. Based on what was said. Oh well. Guess we'll find out later. Seems like there was a big case over at the harbour. Apparently the reporters have been running all over since late last night. You're those bracer friends of Niles, right? Next time you get some kind of scoop that might turn into a good article, give it to me. I'd give it to Faults, if anyone. Yeah, sounds like you had a late night last night. But thanks for helping with Niles' coverage. He just went out with Dorothy a bit ago. They said they were going to poke around town and do a little digging about last night's incident. Just before it went to the presses, we changed out the top article. I had to help adjust the printing press. Not that that's anything new. Apparently, the Intelligence Division guys were hiding a tank. Oh, friggin' tank! Really glad there wasn't any damage to the city. There was, but it was some barrels and some boxes. Indeed, this too is fate. The choice of Steins Gate. I thought I'd go see the sights, but the hopper's closed. How did that lead to that? Alright. What was that? Saw a giant metal doll thingy fly off during last night's mess. Bet the Liberl News has the details. I've got to pick up the next edition. I thought the Harbour District seemed kinda loud. Guess something bad happened. But if things can stay calm from here on, then all's well. Suppose. My wife's been really stressed lately, and it's all because of me. I think I'll try and help ease her workload around the house on my next day off. When I heard my husband had gotten mixed up in that mess at the harbour, I felt the life drained out of me. I'm so glad he's safe. Oh. That reminds me. You know how the house next door has been on the market for ages, right? I heard they found someone who's willing to rent the place. I haven't seen them yet, but I am very curious. Same. The harbour's closed again. Thought all the crap from the coup would have been done and over with by now. If this keeps up, I might seriously be out of a job. Harbour's closed? Aww. I was gonna go look around and see about that barrel. Unless we can get in because we're bracers and we've been there. A fair portion of the harbour facilities were destroyed by the tank, were they? When? And Duncan was captured by the Special Ops too. Hope he's not hurt. He seems alright. Seems. Although I suppose it's like the guys from the harbour are actually here and not in the harbour. That would make sense that it's closed. Oh. Bringing an orbital tank. Idiots talk about going all out. Sorry, but the harbour's currently in the middle of rebuilding. It'll probably be a while before we can let you in again. Oh, it's a shame. The entire city is talking about the Intelligence Division. I wonder if the people working at the harbour facilities are okay. They seem to be. It's annoying because I wanted to check on the engines, see if there's still two. Whether or not like it was a diversion to steal one. In that regard, that sort of thing. But we shall see. Captain Amalthea, huh? It will end for someone who used to be an elite officer in the Intelligence Division. very well. Stuck on the staircase. There are a number of injured people amongst the royal guard following last night's incident. Oh, goddess of the sky, Deus, bestow your blessings on the brave and proud. That was it? You were leading to something, but okay. Goddess, please protect us. Oh, goddess of the sky, Deus, grant us city peace again. Hey, come on, let's go home. That one's fit. No. Yeah. Goddess, please protect my siblings as they walk the road home. Right. Prayer is the best way to calm oneself. Yes, honey, this too is Arius's blessing. I don't know much about Grancel either. Not even the Archbishop has a full grasp on them, it seems. Given the nature of Grancel duties, I suppose that's to be expected, but still. I don't know. It's just like, wait a minute, I don't know much about Grancel either. I don't know much about Grancel either. What? From the perspective of stopping the special ops soldiers, he was correct. However, his mission should be to recover artifacts. This is the priority. Spilled milk cannot be rebottled. Though nothing can be done, that does not mean he will not be punished. Of course, Father Kevin was well aware of that, I'm sure. From the perspective of stopping the special ops soldiers, he was correct. However, his mission should be to recover artifacts, that is the priority. Anything can be done, that does not mean he will not be punished. Okay, so make sure the door is locked. Yes, I want to make sure the door is locked, you know. Quite the view. Okay, so just need to go down here now into the manor, the residence. The harbour isn't very far from here, is it? I need to keep Rian safe while my husband's away. I don't want to see what happened to her in the coup d'etat happen again. Understandable. Oh, apparently a tank went on a rampage at the harbour. Rumors say the tank was headed for the castle. So, was it going to go right past us? Yeah, it's the only way out, isn't it? So, yes. Yes, it was. They told me not to go out today. Mr. Richard hasn't come to play much lately either. So boring. Aww. Got a feel for her. Like not really understanding what's going on sort of thing. Alright, next district. Come back here. There's been talk of this enormous orbital construct appearing around the harbour. Everyone's saying it's one of Professor Russell's crazy new weapons going on a rampage. Think it could be true? Rumors won't stop until there's some official report. I wish they'd say something already. Yeah, you think he'd release some kind of story? There's evidence that the intelligence division was manipulating their budget. I say manipulating, but there's enough to prove that they made a number of unauthorized expenses. One such expense includes that tank that showed up around the harbour. It's another mystery solved at least. Is that, yeah, that's kind of cool. That does explain that, like, discrepancy we saw in the first game. Was it in the first game that was mentioned? I think it was, wasn't it? Had that tank entered the city grounds, the damage would have been far worse. Or was it at the beginning of this game? That's the thing, because I went straight into this one, following the previous one. It's like, it's hard to remember. I remember talking to the guys in the admin room, and they were going on about budgets and stuff. Had the tank entered the city grounds, the damage would have been far worse. One mistake could have set the entire capital ablaze. Just the thought alone is horrifying. Thinking about the Great Fire of London. The number one at our house is definitely Mum. Dad's just getting wrapped around her little finger his whole life. Right. Odd way to look at it. Yep, I need to keep command of our little group. There's enough time to work like crazy and get some vacation money. It seems like he's gotten some of his energy back too. Lovely. tank was horrifying. Wasn't it just? Wasn't it just? Miss Estelle, will you be departing? We sincerely hope you will make use of our hotel upon your next visit to Grancel. Our entire staff will be eagerly waiting to greet you again. Alright, you got anybody inside here? Like, at all? I'd imagine not. Nope, nope, nope. Yeah, very well. Never anyone in there, other than Kurt and Annalise at one time. Did you hear about the West Block? Crazy stuff, right? Good thing that finished off the remnants of the Intelligence Division. You should be able to rest easy for a while. A while? To think there was a battle between the Intelligence Division and the Royal Guard. I've come touring at a truly terrible time. Hope the landing port isn't closed like before. Listen, yesterday I saw Miss Junior running off towards the harbour. After that, those Intelligence Division goons were caught, right? So amazing! Alright, okay, calm down. We just went to the harbour on tour yesterday. Okay. And this isn't like that at the harbour. Oh, hi. Seems the last of the Intelligence Division criminals were caught. It was inevitable, though. After all, ADOS is watching to make sure they can't do anything bad. I suppose. Princess, will you be entering the castle? Yes, please. If it is Her Highness's order. Alright then. Didn't realise I could go back in. I thought they were going to say like, yeah, alright, how you doing? And that was it. Please enter. Otherwise we open the door for nothing. Please pass. Please pass. Please pass through. Please pass through. Goodbye! The foyer. The Intelligence Division invented something truly mad. Oh, my wounds still hurt. But I'm glad we could stop that tank from getting into the city. Apparently, Canone was captured during yesterday's events. The politicians were overjoyed, calling it a big roundup, but isn't there still the captain of the special ops on the loose? My, why, if it isn't Mrs. Estelle. Philippa Twells, allow me to offer my sincerest gratitude for rescuing the Duke. No, thank you for looking after everyone, Philippa Twells. No, not at all. I fear I am most pitiable. That is the most I could do, unfortunately. But it's because you were there that we could go off to the harbour without having to worry about everyone, so in that sense, the fact that the Duke was saved was thanks to you, Philippa Twells. Mr. Stella, what gracious words. I am not worthy. But the Duke finds this chance to change. I think such unknown and mysterious people are travelling about in Liberl. Wow, I don't think I've ever seen such a serious look on his face. Seems like this recent event may have made Uncle much more aware of the existence of the society. Perhaps he has his own thoughts on the matter. Yeah, get more serious sort of thing. I think such an unknown, it's like, yeah. It's like how everyone's saying, like, this may be the thing that changes him. Phew. That solves the mystery of the forged budgets. Seems the missing funds were used in the development of the Arguile. If they'd finished that thing in time for the coup d'etat, I wonder how things would have turned out. It's horrifying to even think about. Yes, especially because of what happened underground. It's great to hear that Captain Canone was captured. Now we got to pass a budget to repair harbour facilities. Sweet Odious, please let this be the end of it. Good luck, mate. That ain't gonna be the end of it. It just ain't. It just ain't. Those Intelligence Division types developing something like that in secret. If the captain hadn't come, who knows what would have happened to the capital? The commander used to be some amazingly skilled man. He was called the Demon Commander. Makes you wonder what kind of man he was. Princess, you and the Royal Guard really saved our butts this time, Julia. It was all thanks to Colonel Sid's swift and appropriate judgment. And if Father Kevin hadn't been there, it still might have been Canone's win. Captain Amalthea over at Leiston Fortress now, right? I've heard that she's willing to talk about Ren and the Society. You want to know about Canone? I can tell you she understands the severity of the situation and her own role in this. All she needs is the right chance. You must know Captain Amalthea pretty well, Julia. She was a rival, but our rivalry was one where we brought out the best in each other back at the military academy. I don't think that changed even after I went to the Royal Guard and she was assigned to the Intelligence Division. Thinking about it, I may be who I am now because of her. I don't think that something like this settled things between us at all. Julia. Should have read that. Still though, this society, the abilities of the Enforcers is one thing, but have the technological capability to make something like that gigantic mechanized doll. Our enemies are far more powerful than we thought. And hardly say I was underestimating them. Clearly, I need to revise how I perceive them. Yes, this is the thing. This is why I wanted to check on the engines, because it's like, well, if they're taking the engines, then like they needed them. If they've not, they don't need them. And that's the scarier thing. Because if they don't need them, that means they have something better already, essentially. It's like, I mean, likely, it's likely. It's just, it's that sort of thing. I don't know where our Ouroborous' technology level lies at the moment. Because it seems to be advancing. Like, it doesn't seem as advanced as what we've seen in later games, but it's still advancing. So it's just like, where is their technological level right now? That sort of thing. Let's see. I need to make sure I don't miss anything crucial for the food stocks. I'm gonna start getting real busy soon. There will be a party held to celebrate the signing ceremony at the villa. I'm currently whipping up a possible menu for the buffet I'm planning. On my honor as a chef, I shall serve the best food I am able to ensure that the signing ceremony goes smoothly. We'll be heading out to the villa a day in advance to start prepping the food for the event. There's going to be a lot of important people, so we need to keep close track on our ingredients. Not only could food poisoning turn a motion for peace into an international incident, potentially stain Mr. Gervais's name as a chef. Am I? The Duke seems to be happy about coming back to the capital. I bet he was kicked out because he was going to be a problem for the signing ceremony. Pretty much. Pretty much. Lady Claudia, Estelle, the letter was no mere prank, was it? To think the former intelligence division was involved. Yeah, really. I didn't think it'd come to fighting Captain Amalthea. Canone, the Colonel, truly was everything. As a fellow woman, I can emphasize with her actions and her feelings. Have such a kind heart, Hilda. Now we must wait for the Queen to provide her sanction. On top of preparing for the signing ceremony, cleaning up after this, I'm worried for the Queen's health. My question is, though, with Hilda here, how many people do we see with purple eyes? We'll leave it at that for now, but how many people do we see with purple eyes? Yes. Like I said, we'll leave it at that. We'll go the opposite way first, actually. Some people might know what I'm alluding to, but just keep that in the back burner, in the back of our minds. I heard tell that Duke Dunham was taken as a hostage in last night's events. That's what he gets from wandering out and about so late. He was even put under house arrest out at the villa. But I see now that he hasn't learned a thing. I think he has now. It's the thing. I think this is the moment that shakes him, sort of thing. It feels like that sort of thing. It's like he just needed a moment in his life that shook him to his core to make him be like, wait, I need to question what I do. So the last of the intelligence divisions have been caught, have they? Justice served in my book. Those ruffians were nothing but trouble for all of us. Must have them pay for their crimes, together with Colonel Richard. Duke Dunn's come back to the castle. He'd be 1,000 times happier taking care of Colonel Richard over at the fortress. But you know, the Duke doesn't stare at people with the same lecherous, dirty eyes like he used to. Have I gotten heavier lately? No, he's changed, you fool. Nothing to do with you. Like he's had a sort of like life-altering experience. Realized he could easily be taking advantage of, that sort of thing. Just like, wait, I need to make sure that doesn't happen. Unknown has been captured. With her out of the picture, that's finally the end of the intelligence division, I suppose. I'm sure that's a weight off Julia's shoulders. Justice wins in the end, as it must. Very well. Not out and about or anything, is there? Out and about. Could be someone out and about. Somewhere, maybe. I'm guessing not. Have you heard the news? The Arsail has been loaded with its new engine. Hope to see it soon. I imagine we will. If you're looking for Her Majesty, she's currently resting in her room. I believe she just received a report about the incident in the audience chamber. Nothing in her room. Out on the balcony again. Why, Claudia and Estelle. I've already received a report about Canon's deeds from Julia. Though truly she was a problem I should have solved personally. Estelle, everyone, I am so very sorry for this mess. No, not at all. Besides, Ren, the one behind this, isn't a total stranger to us. Yes, I heard. For a small child like that to be a member of the society was frankly a shock. Her and the existence of her giant orbital construct caused confusion amongst the citizenry, so I'm considering keeping it a secret for now. It is frustrating, but it's probably for the best. Yes, depending on the situation, it could even cause significant effects internationally. It'll go that far? Yeah, next time I meet Ren, she's so getting a spanking for this. May leave searching for them to Cassius and General Morgan. I intend to do everything I can on my end as well. For now, that means I must see the signing ceremony through safely. I know you'll see it through, Your Highness. Estelle, I know it won't be easy, but I need you to stay strong. Of course. And Claudia. Yes? I look forward to hearing your answer soon. Yes, Grandmother. Well then, everyone take care. Still, I know it won't be easy, but I need you to stay strong. Take care of Claudia. It's like my mind's just thinking in terms of future events, connecting back to past events, etc., etc., etc. It's like Black Workshop kind of stuff here, you know. It's like I'm just wondering the Black Workshop and who's the head of the Black Workshop again. Trying to sort of like point towards the future, but trying to keep it as spoiler-free as possible, so those who know what I'm on about. So the leader of the Black Workshop. I wonder if they created Ren's big doll. Because that's where all the Ouroborous' technology is coming from at this point, surely, based on what we know. It's just a case of, like, did they create her doll? Because what I'm expecting is, like, why I'm so twitchy with the engines is, I'm feeling like the Arsail is going to be important in this game, like this chapter, whatever you want to call it. Because they keep mentioning it, they keep bringing up the engine, they keep bringing up how, like, fast it's going to be. So it's like, it's going to have to chase something. So I'm expecting another airship for it to chase. Seems logical. Otherwise, what would be the point of it being the fastest? It's like, it's going to have to be significant. It's like, haha, you'll never capture us, we're getting away, sort of thing. And then it's like, to the Arsail. Then we go off and capture them or catch up to them, whoever they may be. Probably the society. You know how it is. You know how it is. Out the way. Please, just yesterday wasn't enough time to get a real look at it. Apparently this guy's determined to visit the History Museum. Since we're on vacation, I want to go somewhere else today. Or maybe, like, you both want to go places. Did you find the young lady you were looking for? Yeah. Don't worry, we found her. I see, that's good to hear. When I heard about the incident late last night, I was worried about the young lady. I'm very relieved to hear you found her. Yeah! Yeah, we found her, alright. Everything went smooth! There were still dragons alive during the Zemurian Age. Now that I think about it, I read a report from a person researching the ancient dragons. I believe they lived in Bose. It's gonna be a thing when we're in Bose then. Woohoo! The History Museum is willing to hire me. To me, it's like getting paid to treasure hunt. Feel so happy I could just dance. That's gonna be in my head now. I'm waiting for a dragon to appear in the Bose region. I've had a request from Jimmy. Apparently he wants to become a curator. He has no experience, but given his history, he has a very unique and interesting perspective. I imagine it will take some time, but he is promising, so I think I'll employ him. The devices and artifacts in each tower. There's a mountain of things I'd like to investigate, so I need him to work hard. He is familiar with rumors and legends of treasure, it seems. Quite the interesting personage. I don't imagine there's someone upstairs, but you know. Worth a check, worth a check. It seems like the Royal Guard and some bracers solved last night's case. The army and guild cooperate, we've got nothing to fear. But fear itself. The Empire's got a sense of danger around it, but that's charming too. I'd love to go someday. Yes, it'd be interesting, wouldn't it? Who knows? Oh, Olivia, would you like to enter the embassy? Would you mind? Oh, I didn't expect this. Please, pass through. Oh, okay. I really didn't expect to be able to go back into the embassy, but okay. No Vander, obviously. Now, Olivia, don't get in the way of our work. As you have no doubt noticed, the ambassador insists we keep this place neat and tidy. Might have to pick up Zin then. Just so we can go into the Calvert one. I'm assuming that would apply as well. Liberlians are given the right to freedom of speech, unlike the Empire. Restrictions are fairly stringent in the Empire. Published materials are especially scrutinized. My job involves making sure it's all appropriate for public consumption. But to check whether published works are suitable for our nation as a whole. If they break any laws and all that stuff. You might. Shelf holds the Cornelius series. We'll read it eventually, don't worry, don't worry. During our conflicts with the independent state, the Chancellor's command was incredible. To assemble a military force spread across such an enormous space temporarily at the borders with the Ouroborous Railroad. Claim victory over a shock attack, then return the forces as quickly as possible to their defensive positions. This is what the Ouroborous Railroad is for, huh? Our fatherland has no weaknesses now. When we annexed the independent state, the Chancellor's command was incredible. No, really. This is what the Ouroborous Railroad is for. Queen Alicia is most likely more relieved than anyone that the criminal turned out to be a former member of the Royal Army. I realize that might be callous, but think about it. That the criminal turned out to be a Republican citizen, do you think the Empire would have stayed quiet? And the opposite is surely true as well. It would have put a great strain on the non-aggression pact. Kinda just want to head to the Calvert Embassy, see if I can get in regardless now. Good day, Olivia. And to you as well, Braces. Good day, Ambassador. Bumming around as usual, I see. I should hope you're not using Mueller's absence as an excuse to run wild. And you're far too serious as usual. What do you need today? I've just already received a report about that letter. Oh, really? Yeah, so I was told it was written by those special ops criminals. Well, completely unrelated to the Empire, as I had insisted before. I wouldn't say completely. Telling him the truth would only complicate things. Allow me to express my earnest gratitude for your efforts. Thanks to your efforts, a false suspicion hanging upon my fatherland has been cleared. Minuscule as it was, even a single blight upon the Empire's dignity brings me great displeasure. How odd. I received our routine report from Mueller and Bose. Probably dealing with a dragon. It's like all I'm thinking about now. Keep looking at people's eyes. It's like the only people I've seen were like purple eyes, essentially. And from looking here, we got Chloe, purple. Olivia, purple. Seems to be maybe royalty is the only ones I've seen with purple eyes. I can't remember. Or like higher ups or something in that regard. It's like, I just want to keep an eye on that. Haha. Apparently they caught the remnants, the special ops guys hiding out at the harbour. It's a relief to have one worry out of the way before the signing ceremony. Just want to see, like, can we get in there with Zin? I mean, like, for the messing around with the embassies now, it's like we are probably going to end this part here. We'll carry on the tour in the next part. So we'll see about
Your
that.
aid, please. All right.
Just want to... took a tour around there. Just want to see... Zin, would you like to go into the embassy? Yeah, I would. Alright. Please pass through. So yes, we'll end this part here, and in the next part we'll go to the Calvert Embassy. And then do the rest of the rounds, you know, finish off and then head off to Bose. We're probably going to meet a dragon. So, ta-ta. For now.